comes to cleaning your wheels and tires, you know, there's a trick to doing it, and you got to have the right product. If you go to the retail store and you look, it's like walking down a shampoo aisle in a drugstore. There's a million products. What's the right thing to buy? I've got a friend here that's going to give us tips on what to buy and how to use it right. And that's Jerry Opie. Jerry, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Jerry's the CEO and the president of Blue Magic. They've just introduced the Supreme Wheel and Tire Care Kit. What's in this kit?
Everything you need to clean a wheel and tire.
And do it right.
And do it right.
Well,
we have a cleaner that you're about to pull out there.
Now, the neat part about this is it does both the wheel and the tire.
Yes, sir.
So you don't need a separate product.
Right. Aggressive enough to get the dirt, not aggressive, so aggressive that it will run the wheel.
That's a nice brush. That's nice and long.
We tried to design a brush that would reach into all the crevices and be aggressive enough to take the dirt off.
Okay. And I see we've got a microfiber towel.
Microfiber towel to wipe everything down when we're done.
All right. And tire shine.
Silicone tire shine to make that tire pop when we're all done.
Okay. Now, it tells me here in the instructions, looking at it, the first thing I want to do is get the tire wet. So if I was outside and had my garden hose, I'd spray this all down. But in the shop here, I got it on a drip pan. Going to use a little bit of water out of a pan, and I'll wet it up, and we'll see what we can do here.
Just a little water to help you along there.
The Supreme Wheel Tire Cleaner is a gel formula, and of course, you want to make sure you got it primed up, and it's both good for the wheels and tires. And if you look, I keep this truck pretty clean, but I've got brake dust sitting in there, so I want to get into these places. The neat part is, I notice even in this position, it really works.
We put a sprayer on there, Sam, that works both upside down and right side up. It is designed to foam the product so it stays on there an extra amount of time that allows the chemical to actually do its work.
That's the important thing. Let the chemical have the time to do the work. Now again, this is both a wheel and tire cleaner, and they formulated this so it stays on. You can see it's just not running all off. Now I know that when you have particularly got some serious brake dust, it does take some agitation. This brush is nice. You don't want to use too stiff a brush on your wheel. Is this aggressive enough to do the job?
We came up with a brush, or we found a brush that is aggressive enough to take off the hardest brake dust on there. As you know, the heat will bake that brake dust on there, so it does take a little bit of agitation. But it's not so stiff that it will harm the wheel.
And it gets into these nice tight spots like that.
We tried to make the bristles long enough that you could get into these crevices and or around your lug nuts on your wheels.
Well, I got this thing here pretty well massaged on here. You can see the dirt starting to come out already.
Absolutely.
And I like, when I get down, I like to keep these wheels clean, go around the tire. And, you know, I had these tires fairly clean. I went on like a 2,000-mile trip and get into a lot of mud. Now, when I got that done, we let it set a little bit.
You might want to hit around your lug nuts.
Yep. And then I can just take a garden hose and hose it off.
Correct.
Okay. Since I don't have a garden hose, I'll use a sprayer and a rag, and we'll see if we can get some of this dirt off. Mist this all down. I think I can do more with the rag here.
The good part about it, Sam, is after you've cleaned the wheel and tire here, like you're seeing, the kit also contains the silicone tire shine to put a nice gloss on that tire when we're done.
The neat part about this kit is you get a nice microfiber towel. Even when you hose it off, if you want to make sure you dry it real good, this is a great way to do that. This takes up all the water, doesn't it?
Gets all the excess water off of it, makes sure that there's no drips, no runs, any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
You want that wheel looking like $1 million.
It looks great. Look at all around those lug nuts. And okay, now we've got here the Supreme Tire Shine. Keep this shaked up. Now, how much of this do you apply?
It really depends on the size of the tire and the application. The size of it, the testing we've done, it will do a set of 12 full-size tires.
Okay, so you get about 3 applications if you use it right.
Exactly.
And then we just spray this on. Boy, looking great.
We designed it with a high gloss. Some people would prefer a matte, but most of the people we've talked to, the consumers we've addressed through focus groups, say they want a gloss. So that's what we have.
Well, it looks good. Now, what about sling?
This product is designed to dry quickly, so you don't get sling, you don't get slap in the inner fender well or on the fenders or actually down there on your running boards.
Great. A little overspray on your aluminum wheel is nothing. It's not going to hurt it. But if you wipe it off, you'll keep the dust from attracting to it. And boy, I'll tell you what, that looks good.
Hey, bud. I like that look. Too bad you got about 6 more to do.
No, actually, I've got 3 more tires, even though there's duals in the back. And I'm going to sit in the seat, and watch you do the rest of them, because you've done nothing here today.
Yeah, but you want to do the inside of those dualies, I know.
When you look for Blue Magic in the stores, you can find it at fine retailers everywhere. What's your website?
BlueMagicUSA.com.
That's great.
One other thing that we do have is with the kit, we have another website called GoJerryGo.com. If the consumer would go on there, we give them some more tips about how to use this kit and maybe some specific applications.
That's great. Well, I'm ready to clean the rest of this truck.
I think that is right. And we're going to take a short break. Stay with us.